about the judiciary really being at the center of a storm, if indeed they're trying to scuttle the 2017 general election. I don't know if we still have Kamande from our City Center studio. Kamande, if you can hear me, I'd like to hear your thoughts on really some of the pronouncements that have been made before by the judiciary. Do they... have they been objective, impartial? What is your take on that?
Let me say one thing, is that we have a very transformative judiciary. And if you look at the judgments that have been coming from that court from 2010, we've seen they're in the right direction. But the problem we have now is an issue of perception. You see, when politics crops in, there is always, every side is having it, we'll always bash the judiciary. And in the process, what we get a situation where there is a certain perception that is created about a certain section of judges, about certain judicial officers. What we do not want is such a situation. We do not want to go back to the days when the courts were being called court bandia. We do not want to go back there. We're in the right direction, and I believe that whatever that has been coming from that court is in line with the law. People have avenues to appeal whenever they feel aggrieved. However, there should be a distinction that we do not want to move to judicial. I know it is allowed, judicial activism. We do not have to have a situation where now it is the judges making the law. Their work is to interpret the law. And in the process of interpreting the law, let them stick to the law as it is. Let them also, in the spirit of separation of powers, also respect other arms of government.
All right. I'll come back to studio. Soro, do you think it serves the country well? We're going into election. IEBC is still battling with the issue to do with perception, whether they are ready for these elections, how credible the elections will be. They're still battling with all these things. And then you'd add on to questions about the judiciary. What does that do? What impact does it have?
I think we are overblowing the whole thing. Kenya is very ready for the election. And I'm sure IBC is up to the task. They are very ready. And I can tell you that no political leader wants this election postponed because of the straining nature this thing brings forth with it. And what I know is that this week will unfold a lot of things that have been locked in, and especially in regard to the presidential ballot papers. And this matter, if sorted amicably early enough, there is no reason for alarm. However, I'm a bit, I'm a bit worried in regard to the civic education, which ought to have been done by now. So we'll have very limited time of civic education in regard to the voting, considering that we are voting so many people with number of candidates, that has doubled the last general elections one. But there has been clear show that now IBC is independent. The mere fact that in as much as we are condemning what the president said, so clearly he's also crying foul about IBC. So that shows that opposition had done that one earlier. Yeah. Now the Jubilee has also done, complaining about the IBC. So clearly this has brought confidence to the Kenyans that IBC, yes, IBC is independent, is not working for any person. So we are okay.
There's a poll that was done just a few days ago by the Catholic bishops, and it was a very interesting one. It said that 49% of Kenyans doubt IBC's credibility.
No, I don't. Okay, clearly, of course. If 49% doubt the credibility, okay, that was like a few days ago.
Yes.
Trust me, if they do it again now next week, out of what the president said, it became a bit, venomous, targeting IBC.
That's a word that Kisia doesn't want to hear.
Exactly, for lack of a better word. Yeah. So clearly it shows that IBC is not working for any person. But again, just like the lawyer that spoke before, it was my classmate, Omanga, we need to respect our systems, clearly. IBC is a system set in the Constitution, should be respected. Courts should be respected. And if any person wants to go to court after elections, the decision of the court should be respected.
All right.
We shouldn't be arguing and fighting about the decision that do not favor us. That is the bottom line.
All right. Finally, Kisia, your thoughts on this?
No, I think, as my brothers have said, we are operating under new political and constitutional dispensation. This is the second election under the new constitution, and it's a learning curve. We had challenges in the first election. We're having a few challenges, I think fewer challenges in the second election, and I'm sure moving forward in the third elections under the new constitution that we shall even perform better and better. I think let us not condemn the institutions that are running, are preparing for these elections. Let us support them, we support them. And I'm hoping that, like my brother said, that the opponents on the other side are ready for elections. I think that's what is important, that we must be ready. Finally, and I still think that our opponents on the other side have created this situation. Because if we had not forced out the previous commission and brought in a new commission, 6 months to elections, probably the commission would have been more ready. But that is water under the bridge. Isaac and team went, and I'm happy they went because, you know, already the other side were claiming that Isaac was really supporting or working for the Jubilee administration. Now we have a new team. Let us all support them so that they can deliver a free, fair, and transparent and credible election.
All right. Thank you very, very much, gentlemen. I have been speaking to Kamande Muregi, who has been joining us from our City Center studio. He is a lawyer and a political commentator. Here in studio, I had Philip Kisia, who's a former Nairobi town clerk, together with Sylvanus Osoro, who is running for the South Mugirango Member of Parliament seat. All right. So right now, we want to take a break here on the show. All right, so before we take a break, let's now speak to my colleague Muremi Mwangi.